What's up, guys? Travis Holley here with the Strictly Strength Project, coming at you with day number 25 of 365 days of strength. And I'll let you in on a little secret. I've done about 10 videos in the past, 30 minutes trying to get this shit right. So I'm at this point where I'm just going to chat with you guys and make it easy breezy. Cool? So as promised, yesterday's blog we talked about the farmer's carry, or intro to the farmer's carry, and how effective it truly is. Today's goal is going to be how to actually perform the farmer's carry and some different variations of the carry that I want you guys to use in your warm-up and workout. And then let me know what the effects of the implementation of those farmer's walks, or the different variations that I show you here in a second, actually are. So one example that I want you guys to think about: we know that the farmer's carry is going to challenge your grip, right? You're carrying around heavy shit, you're walking a certain distance, and you're required to hold on to that stuff as you're moving. No brainer there, it's going to work the grip strength. Cool. Also, another aspect of the farmer's carry, or variations of, right? It's going to challenge your midline stabilization. So think about this: if I have to carry heavy kettlebells at the sides and I start to kind of fatigue and crumble and roll forward, now my midline is being compromised. So we're having to establish that good posture, make sure that that midline is held strong as we walk. Obviously just a super beneficial exercise for doing that. Last but not least, something that a lot of people don't think about is it actually challenges your respiratory system. Okay, and I'll give you an example of a workout that you guys can use this week. But just to get the idea across, say you're doing 3 rounds. Okay, 3 rounds of 10 moderate weight clean and jerks, and then a farmer's carry in the front rack position. Okay, we'll just call it a kettlebell front rack walk. So when we perform that, the thumb is going to be in the middle of the chest. The bell is actually going to lay right there in that little pocket between your bicep and forearm. And then you're just working to keep your elbow down up against your rib cage. Okay? Obviously dual, you're going to have both hands here. It's just me with this camera, so obviously one hand has to carry the camera. Okay? Anyway, you'll see this variation in a second. But think about this: you do 10 reps, you throw on some heavy kettlebells right on your chest, and now you're having to perform a walk down and back with heavy weight resting on your chest while stabilizing your midsection. Okay, it's basically like having a elephant sit on your chest after you've done 10 clean and jerks. It's not going to be easy, but it's definitely going to force you guys to get strong, both mentally and physically. And it's just one of those exercises that gets you freaking tough, right? It's one of those things that takes a different mental attitude to get through. Cool. So it's a great exercise to use often. So real quick, guys, I'm gonna go grab Crystal. Don't get creepy. I know she's good looking, but this is my blog, right? My blog. Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. Anyway, I'm gonna go grab Crystal. We're gonna use some heavy ass weights. I don't know if you can see that. We've got a 25-pound and a 10-pound kettlebell here at the house, and it's the best we can do right now. You'll get the idea. I want you guys definitely going heavier. So let me go grab Crystal, and we'll meet back out here. Cool. Alright, guys, as promised, the farmer's carry and some variations of. Again, we've got Crystal Nelson demoing for us, and as you can see, she's going super heavy today. We've got, what, 25 and a 2. Oh, it's 2. Okay. Well, anyway, this is just our home equipment that we train some clients out of, so just some light stuff, but it'll serve the purpose. Anyway, first one, the farmer's carry. We're just going to start with a good deadlift position. So from there, we can see that Crystal has her feet at least hip width, maybe even a little bit closer, just so that she can pick those kettlebells up efficiently with a flat back. Go back down for me. Okay, so chest is up, back is flat, and she's going to keep those kettlebells right at her side as she stands up. Go ahead. Good. Now, once she's set, she's pulling her shoulders back and staying up nice and tall, and then just basically walking with those at her side. Now, obviously this looks a little silly with the light kettlebells that we've got, but I promise you if you have some heavy kettlebells, it's going to be quite the work. So again, once you get to the end of your range of motion, you're just going to, or at the end of your walk, you'll just set it down with a good deadlift, and then pick it back up, and then walk back in. Okay, again, pulling shoulders back, staying up nice and tall, and then a good deadlift down. Right there, cool. The next variation that we can do is the front rack walk. So it's going to involve a kettlebell clean, and it basically we're just going to load it up in that front rack position. So you'll see now, go back down, Crystal. She'll start with the bells in between her feet and a little bit wider stance. From there, she starts with small swings, jumps it up into the chest, right there, and from there you can see the elbows are down in close to the rib cage, thumbs are up against the sternum, and we're staying up nice and tight. So that's going to be our walking position, keeping them in close. Go ahead. So we'll go down, stay facing that way, drop them off, and set them down with a good deadlift. Boom, good deadlift. Then you'll just face around, turn around. Same thing, kettlebell clean, jump it up. Again, kettlebell is are right on the outside of the arms, elbows down, thumbs into your sternum. Drop them off the shelf. Good deadlift. Cool. Now, that's a great variation as well. The final one that we're going to do is a single arm overhead walk. So you can do this two ways. You can kettlebell clean and press, or you can kettlebell snatch it into the overhead position. So we'll show both of those. First, starting with the kettlebell clean and press. So first off, we're going to start it in between the feet. Right there. Check. Now we'll just perform a kettlebell clean just like we have in the previous movement. Clean. Now we'll press it overhead. Now walk, keeping that bicep pinned up against the ear. Okay. Again, this is looks pretty straightforward, pretty simple, but once you go heavy, it becomes pretty challenging. Now, let's show them how we bring it down. So elbow stays in close. We return back to the front rack position, and then drop it off the shelf to deadlift it right back down. Good. Now we'll do the other arm coming back in. Kettlebell clean. Press. Control that bicep right into the ear. And we're pressing the entire time. And then we'll bring it down to the front rack and drop it off. Boom. Good. Now, one cool variation that I really like to use, you'll notice we've got a lighter kettlebell and an even lighter kettlebell in this case. Typically, you'd go heavy and then something moderate, and we'll basically show you what's going on here. But we're going to do a high-low walk. So you're going to clean both move, or deadlift both of them. Now you'll clean the lighter one and press overhead. And now you're going to keep that heavier bell down low in that first variation of the carry. And this really challenges that midline stabilization. You'll bring it down, set them down, and then flip back around. So lighter one is always going to go overhead. Boom, walking it back in. You can also perform this one with the lighter bell just staying in the front rack rather than the press. But both variations will be good. Cool? So this is something I want you guys to try this week, either in your warm-up or your workout, and let us know how it goes. Cool? And again, beautiful Crystal Nelson demoing our kettlebell walks today, and you can look forward to more videos with her as the demo girl. Cool? Alright guys, peace.